be successful. That is, the fight for freedom and to rein in this intrusive, overbearing, and unnecessary, unconstitutional government behavior. It's going to take more than simply a few people protesting for a day or on a particular day, and then hoping that because, for example, if TSA tries to neutralize a protest by simply not turning on or turning off the full body scanners, that the problem goes away. People are sadly mistaken. So, on the one hand, there is cause for a very slight degree of optimism, and let me explain that. First of all, you mentioned the Real ID. The Real ID was supposed to have been implemented several years ago, but has not yet been implemented and may never be implemented because the American people and state governments objected to it and objected to it loudly.
Well, you fought that. I mean, you led the charge against it.
Absolutely, and that's one of those rare victories that we've had. Now, you can never let up in the fight against government oppression. Never, ever let up. So, it's a constant battle to make sure that the Real ID doesn't surface as something else. They'll give it a new acronym and so forth, or they'll fund it partially somewhere and then come back to it again later. But at least for now, that's been a very significant success in fighting government intrusion and unconstitutional behavior. Secondly, even though these are small victories that you just indicated with regard to airline pilots and some loosening of the intrusive searches and the X-rays on certain types of persons, children, under and minors, and so forth, it's going to take a lot more. I mean, as long as the government is able to have people subject themselves to a naked body scanner, with the only alternative being a grossly invasive manual search, without articulating any suspicion that the person that they're searching, either electronically or manually, has done anything wrong, as long as people are willing to put up with that, it's going to embolden government to continue to press the envelope. I'm also hopeful that the court challenges will be successful. I'm also hopeful that some of the new chairmen coming into Congress, for example, John Mica of Florida, who is likely to be the Transportation Committee chair in the House with responsibility over air travel, and Darrell Issa of California, who is likely to take over as chair of the Government Oversight and Reform Committee, that both of these chairs on the House side will very shortly after taking over their positions, which seems likely as chairman of these two key committees, will hold some real tough and consistent long-term oversight hearings on TSA and what they're doing.
All right, Congressman, a bunch of quick questions in the 12 minutes we've got left with you. Specifically, dealing with some of your FOIA requests that you've put out. Bob Barr investigates TSA stand-down on National Opt-Out Day. I mean, if they're saying that this terror threat was so imminent, they had to stick their hands down people's pants and put nuns and little old ladies in naked body scanners, which they've been caught saving, by the way, folks, just continual deception, then isn't that then some type of stand-down or dereliction of duty or fraud? If, as we've now confirmed, even mainstream news has confirmed, but I had employees that flew that day in multiple airports, that they did completely stand down the scanners at most airports. They didn't do the pat-downs. They were just running people through them. At some of the other airports, they just curtailed it and then ran this hoax saying, oh, it was TSA Appreciation Day. No one opted out. I mean, that looks like that could be criminal right there. I mean, shouldn't we have some type of congressional investigation about the stand down, A, and then B, Watchdog probes DHS spying on Drudge, PrisonPlanet.com, Matt Drudge, Alex Jones. The Drudge Report, of course, has been carrying that. So talk about, A, the stand down, and B, your FOIA dealing with persecution, because even CNN has reported that they believe their reporters and others have been put on the list after running reports critical.
It's a real problem that we've gotten to the point in this country where if you simply question what the government is doing, you're going to find yourself on the wrong end of that government power. We see it in a number of areas, Alex. We see it when citizens simply use a camera video or a handheld video to record what police are doing in the public arena, where they appear to be beating up somebody or taking action that they shouldn't, and having then the police come after the people that are videotaping, recording what is being done in the open.
Yeah, there's no perception. I mean, as a congressman and lawyer and everything else, there's no perception of privacy. So why do the cops march over 200 yards and then beat you up and arrest you for videotaping them?
It's a problem, and we see the same thing with regard to some of the folks that have had what seems very clearly to be vindictive retaliation against them by TSA simply for raising some questions or objecting to what's been going on. But the lawsuits hopefully will start clearing some of this up, and people need to not be intimidated. They need to be polite. They need to be respectful. I've never urged anybody not to be polite and respectful. If the government appears to be doing something that not to be proper and that your rights are being violated. But it's a sad day when people find that simply because they question government authority and what government is doing, that they then have retaliatory action taken against them.
Well,
and
Congressman,
this is something that Congress ought to look into.
So this, I'm sorry to interrupt, so that is something Congress should look into?
Absolutely, they should. The two committees that I indicated, the Government Reform Committee that will be chaired by Darrell Issa of California, and the Transportation Committee that will be chaired by John Mica of Florida.
Obviously, you've got some gravitas as a long-serving former congressman, committee chairman. You were also in the CIA for many years. Hopefully they won't ignore your organization's FOIA request. I don't think it should be called a request. It's a demand under law, but they ignore it so often, as you know. But I've tried to get my FBI file, and they won't even respond. I got a lawyer involved. They said national security. Lord knows what's in that thing. Do you think you'll get any success getting this information from the TSA? And if you do, what's the time frame generally?
These things can take a long time, unfortunately, a lot longer than they should. We hope to have the records within 20 days, although they may respond that it takes longer for some reason or whatnot. I'm hopeful that we'll get at least some good information from the FOIA request that we sent in on the 29th of November. But we'll just have to wait and see. It is troubling that there certainly appears to be, as you've already indicated, a TSA stand down on the use of the full-body, naked-body scanners on the days that there was a great deal of attention drawn to opting out, even as the TSA was claiming that the use of these scanners is absolutely essential to protect the traveling public. You can't have it both ways.
Absolutely. A few final questions. Jesse Ventura, the former governor, has talked about being groped here on air. Ron Paul talked about, I said, did they touch your genitals? He said, yes, it's totally disgusting. Other congressmen I've had on have said, yes, they've been groped. But then senior committee chairmen and cabinet members and Obama people, if they're not on private jets, they are exempt. So, A, have you been groped, Congressman, as someone who flies a lot? And B, what do you think of the fact that some people in government are exempt?
Well, it's always, I always get a kick out of these big wigs in government saying, it's okay for the American public. Don't worry, these are essential steps, and they're not unconstitutional, and they're not too invasive, but they won't go through them. Even a few weeks ago, for example, when Secretary Napolitano of the Department of Homeland Security was at an airport for a news conference announcing the installation of a bunch of these naked body scanners. She was asked, I think, by the media to go ahead and go through and show us how it works, and she refused. These top government folks, they don't live like the rest of us. They don't have to put up with this nonsense. So it's easy for them to say that everybody else ought to do it. And even some of those who are not in top cabinet level or sub-cabinet level positions, but, for example, may have so-called security details that travel with them, don't have to go through the same procedure. So here again, it's very easy for them to...
Well, the UN Diplomatic Corps. I mean, the UN Diplomatic Corps doesn't have to, but I mean, have you specifically been touched inappropriately by the TSA?
Yeah, I went through one a few weeks ago, and was told to go through one of the naked body scanners, which I will not do, and therefore was pulled aside for a manual search. And I asked the TSA employee. I said, do you have a suspicion that I'm doing anything wrong that as the basis for the search? And he said, oh, no, not at all. And I said, well, then on what basis are you proposing to search me in this way? Well, you opted out. So I said, well, let me get this straight. Because you opt out of one unconstitutional search, that it provides the justification for another unconstitutional search. I mean, these are just circular arguments. They don't know what they're doing, but
Sure.
It has precious little, Alex, as you've already indicated, to do with real security.
Sure. Congressman, specifically, though, because we need this on record, I mean, did they give you the crotch pressing?
No.
Oh, good. So he didn't do that to you?
No. It was a very intrusive search, but I don't know what I would do if somebody tried that. But no, they didn't go that far.
Amazing. In closing, we see Cass Sunstein at the White House. I'm sure you've seen it, being a civil libertarian, openly saying shut down alternative media, fine or arrest people that question man-made global warming. We've got all these announcements by other czars that they want to restrict free speech. We see these moves by Jay Rockefeller, in his words, we'd be better off never having the internet. He talked about shutting down Fox News in a bizarre statement 2 weeks ago. As the alternative media expands, I see a perfect storm of the old dinosaur media and the government really having an end for the alternative media. What's your take on their moves to start curtailing free speech?
This is always a danger with government, Alex. I remember it. You're a lot younger than I am, but I remember I was working for the government during the Nixon era. Nixon tried this. Virtually the only one I can remember that didn't try anything like this was probably Reagan. But there's constant efforts, Republican or Democratic administrations alike, to control the media. And there are so many more ways to get ideas out in the public arena now. The good news is that those mechanisms are out there, so people do have the power and the ability to be much better informed. But on the other hand, it also provides a lot more mechanisms or vehicles for government to try and control.
Amazing, Congressman.
They're doing it through I'm drawing a blank.
Hold on one moment.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Diamond Gusset is proud to announce the anthem of the Patriot Movement. They're offering a free CD, T-shirt, and bumper sticker with a qualifying purchase. Diamond Gusset offers great products at great prices while keeping Americans working.
I'm looking for a factory where a man can feed his family. Not worried about them moving it south, closing the doors and shutting her down tomorrow. I'm looking for America.
We're American and be proud. Go to gusset.com/America.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. Seems like I just woke up one day and it was gone, long gone. But I know in my heart it's still
Again, go to gusset.com/America today.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.